Hello everyone, it's Sven once again. I'm coming at you with another Warframe video. Last time I showed you around your magical Lysa, or just the ship, whatever you want to call it. So I showed you around all those individual nodes, but we're going to get into something specific, and it's one of the most important parts of the game. So when you spawn here, you walk down here. This will conveniently go. And this little node on the left here, the mod node. This is extremely important. I'm going to be explaining mods today, so please, pay attention if you want to understand how these things work. I'll go over the various stuff and everything that you need to know with mods, and I'll try to keep it, kind of short, but at the same time I will be explaining things. So this shows off all of your mods. Pardon the lag, it lags a little bit when I scroll, just because there's quite a few mods. Playing this game for 2 years will get you a lot of mods. Now, you can have all, you could sort them by Warframe, by Aura, by Augment, by Primary, Secondary, Melee, Stance, Arcwing, Arc Gun, Arc Melee, Sentinel, Kubro, your Fusion Cores, and then you can isolate them purely by what you have multiples of. And then on this tab, you can sort it by which mods did I get recently, the rarity, the rating, the price, the name, the polarity, the type, the rank, and the duplicates. So there are 2 ways to sort by duplicate. And then at the top here, you have Fusion, Transmute, and Sell. Fusion meaning that you get to pick one of your mods, and then you get to fuse other mods or Fusion Cores into it to make it stronger. That's extremely helpful because as mods level up, they get stronger. Let me see if I can find you an example here. We'll sort it just purely by Warframe mods for now to kind of cut down the sheer amount. So take, for example, my maxed stretch. This has 45% power range. A standard stretch, if I'm not mistaken, only has 15. Let me see if I can find... Yeah. 7.5 is the base. Since this is an unranked stretch, this has 7.5. But once it reaches that level 5, which you can tell by the little dots at the bottom there, on the bottom, once those all light up, showing that when they all light up, each little light indicates the level it is. And then when it has all lights and then the line through it, that means that it's maxed. So a level 5 stretch has 45% power range as opposed to the mere 7.5 power range. Now you'll also notice the unranked stretch has a 4 cost to it, whereas the max costs 9. As mods get better, they will cost more capacity out of your frame. That's just because you're getting a better product. As a result, it needs more space. And also, let's go ahead and cover something a little bit more. You get things better by Fusion. You basically click the... Here, let me see if I can actually show you. Since I've got the credits for it, let's go ahead and see if I can show you. What do I want to do for... let's go ahead and do Magazine Extension, just for my Arcwing. Now, cores are built solely for the purpose of ranking your mods. So what you would do is you take them. Okay, I can do 6. That just took it to level 3. Now let's see, can I do this? I don't really want to allocate those. So we're going to allocate 5 of this. Awesome. So that just took it from unranked to 3, and then it will cost you some credits. I just devoted a few of the Fusion Cores, and as a result, I have a stronger mod. It went from 10% to 40% magazine capacity. That's why Fusion is extremely useful. Transmute, I will show you what Transmute does. We're just going to take 4 of our ammo drums. And then for 12,000 credits, you can transmute, you can combine the 4 mods into a random mod. It can be rare. So we're going to go ahead and run our risk. So 4 ammo drums and 12,000 credits has turned into an intruder. This is why I don't like Transmute. It's kind of annoying, but we're going to go ahead and try it again. We don't need our ammo drums. Blunderbuss. See, it's already something I had 8 of. You know what? Go ahead. We're going to go again. Why not, right? Because I hate myself. Let's do this. Yeah. You don't really... I'm just showing you how rare it is to get anything good. And then... Say, for example, you take this entire stack, you could sell that. Each mod, if I'm not mistaken, sells for 200 credits. I'm not necessarily sure if... Let's go ahead and test it. Okay, so commons sell for 200. These uncommons, which are the blue ones, sell for 500. And let's go ahead and test my hypothesis here. And then the rares, which are the gold, sell for 1,000. So the bronze mods sell for 200. The uncommons, which are the silvers, sell for 500. And then the golds, which are the rares, they sell for 1,000 credits. I do not recommend selling your credits because you could trade them in player interaction, which I can showcase in a later video. You could sell them for platinum, depending on if players want your mods. And platinum is kind of the microtransaction currency, the one that you have to pay real money for. Another nifty function, which I didn't learn until recently, there is a search bar. So say, for example, we want to find the mod. One of my favorite, personal favorite mods in the game is narrow-minded. So we could search up narrow. It gives me everything with narrow. I don't necessarily know why fusion core. I think fusion cores just always pop up, but it gives me my narrow-minded. Also, it has Frost Prime on there, and those of you who know me, I'm an avid Frost Prime fan. Mine's only level 5. This takes a long time to rank up, but the result's worth it. And, you know, just go ahead and say fusion. Get anything with fusion in the name. You can even type in, look, this gives me anything with AMM in it. You know, ammo mutations, it gives me all that stuff. I don't have to actually fully type ammo. So if you only know a little bit of something, type that in, and then you just click enter, boom. It is sensitive, so make sure that you are spelling correctly. And then if that ever happens where you just kind of went everything and this stuff's still there, you just click search again, all your mods will pop up. So that is the mod explanation. Oh, I'm forgetting one crucial detail. So these little bits here at the top right are called polarities. Polarities match up with the weapons and frames and sentinels you'll be using. The polarities are usually this little V is a damage, the line is an energy deal, except sometimes it has to do with damage. These little crest things, the corners I like to call them, are defensive. But let me go ahead and show you how they interact with a frame real quick. So we're going to go ahead and use my Frost Prime for an example. You go to upgrade. Now you'll notice how some of these are green. You have the aura slots, which aura works in a very interesting way. We're going to go ahead and cover a little bit of a loadout too here. So you'll notice how if I was to... Okay, it's not going to let me remove it because I can't hold capacity. But if an aura syncs up with the aura polarity slot on a frame, it gives double the capacity and that adds it to your capacity. So even more than the 30 base or a 60 if you use an aurican reactor on your frame or a catalyst for your weapon. It'll put it above that 30 or 60. The highest an aura can go is steel charge if it fits on that little V polarity, and that gives 18 extra space. I like energy siphon more than steel charge personally, so that's my preferred. So I sacrifice the extra 4 capacity for, in my opinion, a better aura for my uses. Now the green means that it matches the polarity slot, and as a result, for auras, it doubles what you can give. And for standard mods, it cuts the cost in half. So let me show you something real quick. So that's an empty. You'll see how it has the line. And we're going to go to our streamline. Now our streamline has 9. If it's an odd number, it'll round up in my experience. That may not necessarily be all the time, but I think it rounds up in general. So we're going to take the 9, and it becomes a 5 on that spot. Now, let me show you something else real quick. I'm going to go ahead and cut off every single thing I have. So I have 36 of 36 capacity open to me. Now, we're going to go ahead and take our streamline again. This has a line, but if I try to put it on a crest, it goes to 11. It actually adds some capacity to it. It's to encourage you to match things up. So you have 11 here, 9 on a 0 polarity spot, and then a 5 if it's good. And then if we were to match up all of our stuff like we had last time, so you'll see this 14 redirection, a max redirection, go down to a 7. That's extremely efficient. However, if we were to do, say, we have to make it worse, it goes to 18. That's really hefty compared to 7. We're going to move our streamline back, and then we're going to put our flow and our stretch on again. Those are not impacted because there's no polarity there. Anywho, that's how mods and polarities work. I hopefully taught you a little bit more. This video ran a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but Anywho, this has been Sven. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.